Lesson 2, Subject, Verb and Object. In our previous class, we learned about sentences, subjects and predicates. Today, we are going to learn three important parts of a sentence: subject, verb and object. Many English sentences follow the pattern subject plus verb plus object, SVO. When you understand these three parts, you'll be able to identify the structure of a sentence and write better English. First, let's see what a subject is. Yesterday, we already learned about it. The subject is the person, place, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. It is usually the doer of the action or the person or thing we are talking about. How can we find the subject? First, find the verb. Then ask who or what before the verb. The answer is the subject. Example, the children laughed loudly. Laughed is the verb. Who laughed? The children. So the subject is the children. Now let's see what a verb is. A verb is a word that tells us what the subject does or points to the subject's state or identity or possession. Every complete sentence needs a verb. There are three common kinds of verbs. Number one, action verbs. Action verbs tell us what the subject does. Example, the baby smiled. The baby is the subject and smiled is the verb. The verb smiled tells us what the baby did. Another example, the horse jumped over the fence. Here, the horse is the subject and jumped is the verb. The verb jumped tells us what the horse did. Number two, state of being, or we can call it linking verbs. State of being verbs or linking verbs. These verbs do not show an action. They point to or link the subject with its state or identity. Common state of being verbs are am, is, are, was, were, be, been, being. Let's see an example. The soup is hot. Here the subject is the soup and the verb is. 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 The verb is links the subject to its state. The word hot tells us the state of the soup and the verb is links the subject to its state. So it is called a linking verb. Another example, Rahul was the captain. Here the subject is Rahul and the verb is was, W-A-S. The verb was links the subject to its identity. The captain tells us Rahul's identity. Number three, possession verbs. These verbs show that the subject has or owns something. The common possession verbs are has, have, had. Example, Meera has a camera. Here the subject is Meera and the verb is has. The verb has points to Meera's possession. A camera tells us what she has and the verb has points to her possession. Another example, the library has many books. The library is the subject here and has is the verb. The verb has points to the library's possession. Now, let's see the difference between a verb and a predicate. Many students think that a verb and a predicate are the same, but they are not. A verb is only one word, or sometimes a verb phrase. A predicate is the whole part of the sentence except the subject. Other than the subject, whatever is there in the sentence, that is the predicate. But a verb is only one word, or sometimes it is a phrase, two or three words together. Now, see the example. The wind blew strongly. Here, the word blew is the verb, and the predicate is blew strongly. Another example. My father has a big shop. Here, the verb is has, and the predicate is has a big shop. Always remember, verb is only one word or a verb phrase, but predicate is verb plus all the remaining words after the subject. Other than the subject, all the remaining words constitute plus verb constitute the predicate. Now let's see what an object is. The object is the person, animal, place, or thing that receives the action of the verb. How can we find the object? First, find the verb and ask whom or what after the verb. The answer is the object. Example, Anita planted a tree. Planted is the verb, and when we ask the question, planted what? A tree. So, a tree is the object. Another example, the coach encouraged the players. The verb is encouraged. Encouraged whom? Answer is the players. So, the players is the object. Now, we should remember that all sentences do not possess an object. There are sentences without an object too. Example, the baby slept. Here the subject is the baby and the verb is slept. There is no object in this sentence. The stars twinkled. The subject is the stars and the verb is twinkled. Here also there is no object. The action does not pass to another person or thing. Now, let's come back to the SVO pattern. Many English sentences follow this pattern. Subject plus verb plus object. The chef prepared dinner. Here the subject is the chef and verb is prepared. The object is dinner. Priya solved the puzzle. Priya is the subject, verb is solved, and the object is the puzzle. The farmer watered the plants. The farmer is the subject, watered is the verb, and the object is the plants. So, to conclude, we can say the subject is who or what the sentence is about. Verb tells us what the subject does or points to the subject's state or identity or possession. Predicate is everything except the subject. It always contains the verb and object receives the action of the verb.